How long until he asks me out? How long do I have to wait before the guy I like finally asks me out? So much of my life seems to revolve around guys. Since I was young, I've always seemed to catch their attention. Maybe it's because I'm a little smart, or because my personality tends to draw them in. Either way, it feels like they're always around me. I hear them complimenting me a lot, calling me both smart and charming. Sometimes I even feel proud to tell them, yeah, I'm a popular girl. But deep down, there are times when I ask myself, when will a guy finally want to hold my hand and take me into a closer relationship? Is it because I'm just the kind of girl that attracts attention but not the kind of girl a guy would truly fall for? Every time I talk to my friends about this, I laugh it off, trying to hide how lost I feel inside. The struggle between my inner doubts and outside expectations. In our teenage years, we're all searching for a sense of identity. For me, those years were full of thoughts about guys. I started paying attention to them more, observing their behavior and words, trying to figure out what they were really thinking. Sometimes I'd talk with my friends about what they thought of a certain guy, and I'd feel a little jealous. Especially when I saw a guy I liked talking to another girl, I'd feel that familiar pang of sadness. Why don't they like me? But as I got older, I began to realize that love isn't that simple. It's not just about looks or a fleeting attraction. Guys don't want to be with girls who are overly dependent on them or always chasing after them. Instead, they tend to appreciate girls who are independent, have their own opinions, and stick to their principles. These girls show inner beauty and wisdom, not just good looks. A guy might not always care about how a girl looks, but he'll pay more attention to her personality and inner world. Becoming the girl who attracts the right guy. I started asking myself, how can I change to be the kind of girl who can attract the right guy? So, I focused on improving myself. I worked on becoming a girl who's beautiful both inside and out. I no longer took pride just in my appearance. I started paying more attention to my inner growth. I began reading books, learning new things, and developing hobbies. It wasn't easy, but I knew it was all part of becoming the kind of person who's genuinely attractive. I started thinking about what kind of girlfriend a thoughtful, mature guy would want. He'd want someone with qualities that complement his own. Some guys say, I like girls who have their own opinions, who stick to their principles, and who speak honestly. I don't like girls who just agree with everything I say. Even if a girl is pretty, if all she does is tell me what I want to hear, I'm not interested. Love and respect. The real balance. When it comes to love, it's about more than just attraction. It's about respect. I've learned that love isn't just about chemistry or passion, it's about mutual respect. When I met that special guy, I realized that our relationship had to be built on respect. We weren't just lovers, we were also friends and partners. One time, I had a deep conversation with a guy. We talked about everything: our daily lives, our dreams, our families, and what we hoped for in the future. He was very smart, and he said, "Love isn't just about feeling sparks. It's about respect and understanding. I want a girl who can share in the good times but also give me advice and support when I'm confused. She should have her own principles and stick to them." Hearing this, I felt a warm feeling inside. I realized that this guy saw my inner strength and determination. And I came to understand that real love isn't about giving everything to each other without question, it's about supporting each other while maintaining mutual respect. But not all guys are as mature. Some may focus more on looks and behavior and forget about what's really inside. For those guys, I learned to keep my distance. I didn't try to please them anymore. Instead, I focused on respecting myself and maintaining my independence and individuality. Some guys say, when a relationship is just starting out, the most important thing is mutual respect. If that's there, love will follow. How you present yourself speaks volumes. The way you dress sends a message before you even say anything. Your clothes are like a megaphone that broadcasts your attitude and personality. If you dress neatly and appropriately, you send a positive message. But if you dress too provocatively or casually, you're sending a loud and clear message that might not be the one you want. Love and growing up. Love often comes with growing pains. When I met the guy who made my heart flutter, I started reflecting on who I was and how I fit into this relationship. I realized that love isn't the entire story of my life, it's just a part of my journey. I began to understand that growing up isn't about chasing love at all costs, it's about discovering who I am, even within a relationship. Through this relationship, I got to know my weaknesses better, but I also saw my potential. I became more confident and started pursuing the life I wanted, not just changing myself for the sake of love. Some guys say, if a girl dresses too sexy, she'll catch everyone's attention, but I don't want to date that kind of girl. For guys, a girl's charm can be used for both good and bad. If you try to show off your charm to every guy, people might think you're someone who likes to flirt or be overly sexual. The challenge of staying true to yourself. On the journey of growing up, every choice is a challenge. Relationships, especially romantic ones, aren't always smooth. In my relationship, we went through some tough moments. I started to realize that sometimes I'd rely on him too much. If he didn't respond to my messages quickly or seemed distant after a disagreement, I'd get anxious and upset. One time, we argued over something small. I tried to be perfect in front of him, not allowing myself to have flaws in certain areas. But after the argument, I felt drained and confused. That's when I learned an important lesson. We all need to accept our imperfections and not rely on others to fill in the gap. After taking some time to adjust, I became more confident and started seeing our relationship in a new light. Love shouldn't be a burden, it should be nourishing. As we each grow individually, we can also grow together in a relationship. Some guys say, if a girl needs me to tell her everything, if she doesn't seem to care about anything except me, I start to feel like she's too clingy. You might know some girls who will do anything to get a guy's attention. Some will lower their standards just to have a boyfriend or get married. But there's a principle to remember. You reap what you sow. If you don't respect yourself and lower your standards, the guys you attract won't respect you either. The dangers of casual hookups. A lot of young people today brag about their one-night stands, saying there are no emotional strings attached. Some even talk about having multiple sexual partners without the troubles of a relationship. If you're tempted by the idea of casual sex, it's important to remember that it's not a harmless act. The Bible teaches that sexual immorality is a serious sin, and those who engage in it will not inherit the kingdom of God. It's crucial to resist the temptation of casual sex, and to view it through the lens of your faith. Remember the story of Joseph in the Bible, who resisted temptation when he was offered an affair with his master's wife. He said, "How could I do such a wicked thing and sin against God?" Joseph's example shows that resisting immoral temptation is possible when you keep your faith in mind. True love should make you proud of your faith. Today, many young people are brave enough to stand up for what they believe in and take pride in it. As a Christian, you have the honor of living out God's standards through your actions. When it comes to premarital sex, you need to view it through Jehovah's perspective, and don't be ashamed of holding to this view. You should avoid hanging out with people who love talking about one-night stand. Then ask yourself, have I unintentionally given someone the wrong impression, making them think I'm up for a one-night fling? In Genesis 34 verses 1-2, it says, Dinah, the daughter of Leah and Jacob, went out to visit the women of the land. When Shechem, the son of Hamor the Hivite, saw her, he took her and raped her. This girl, Dinah, ended up in a tragic situation because she went to places she shouldn't have. Remember, in God's eyes, a one-night stand is not something small or trivial. If you stick to doing the right thing, you'll have a clear conscience before God and keep your dignity intact. One girl once said, "Why should I let someone use me as an outlet for their desires? I need to cherish the purity and conscience I've worked so hard to keep." Jehovah gave you sexual desires to enjoy in the context of marriage, without guilt, danger, or worry. But the result of promiscuity is usually the opposite of what you hope for.